Hey, my name is PolishLynx, this is Lucid9, let's get into the game in the game, basically. Yeah, we both in a dark room in our vests. As we are swallowed in blackness, I slip my goggles over my eyes. The interface immediately switches on, providing me with slick infographics, and motion cursors. District 4, Isamu Imperial Boarding Academy, okay, health 100%, ammo 9, light seeker 3000, okay. In the upper left, I see team portraits that light up as each member speaks. Looks like side code comes with comms. There's also a map, health count, ammo count, and location not fire, except I'm missing a bullet? Whatever, doesn't matter. Wow! These are stunning! Oh, I've gotta get me one of these! Presently, a hum washes over the large chamber, and the walls come to life with the images of the academy cafeteria. Wow! A life simulation! Lemon State is really ahead of their time. Let's get to our positions. Despite her brusque words, her face is open in wonder. She seems like she's also a fan. As we head to our places, the intercom cuts in with a mechanical sounding female voice. Welcome to the Field Blue team! This is a standard capture of the flag game. Best of one. You will have send side codes if play your health. Let it fall too far and you shall be disqualified for the rest of the match. You should also know that your ammunition is limited. Use it wisely. As Akira and Misaki split towards our base on the rooftop, Elizabeth motions me to a corner at the perimeter. Oh, are we gonna make out? Stuff it! This is the way to their base. A quick glance at the mini-app confirms her claim. When the game starts, we go together, but cautiously. Isn't it better to attack from two different directions? Who's captain again? Oh, I see, you do wanna make out. Stop it, bloody gallivanting mug of your trolley stonky great ego! I can only grin at her as the intercom flickers to life. All players are within their time zone. The game will begin in 10 seconds. Cheerio to you. Good job. Good job. Okay. 8 seconds. I say this ought to be a jolly good show. Hey? 5 seconds. I'm right, knockered. I'm... Yama. You called, Your Highness? She pauses for a moment, clearly slugging to keep a hold of herself. Do you know why I put you on assault with me? To make me miserable. Because for some reason the tiniest part of me believed that you might actually be great at it. Her words freeze me to the ground, my mind runs blank. I can only stare at her in disbelief. 0 seconds! The match has begun! A high-toned bell rings through the room. Elizabeth turns her attention to the corridors. Let's go! She stalks to the courtyard. Even as I follow her, my thoughts are a jumble in my head. Great at it? Great at anything? How could I be great at anything? I can't even do anything mildly well. Great? And why would Elizabeth tell me so? The girl who hates my guts. The girl whose guts I hate. Why would she say that I could be great at something? Stop! She throws out her hand. It collides with my chest, sending a rush of sparks off my spine. I quickly step back, shaking the feeling off. There, Yahiko Ikari. I turn to where she's pointing. Yahiko is sitting on an artificial ledge, his gun on his lap. How foolish, he won't even be able to shoot back. Guess we'd better take care of him. I swiftly raise my gun, but Elizabeth slaps at my hand. Wait, but he might be there. And there might be someone else, well, actually waiting for him to be attacked. Really? Hold your gun properly. Excuse me, Your Highness, I didn't realize that the laser tag had rules of combat. It only helps your accuracy, you know. She raised her own gun, her voice lowering to a concentrated whisper. Steady breathing, proper stance and grip are important, but a good trigger pull is what she can make it or break it. Her posture shifts carefully as if gunning someone down was common occasion. With laser-like focus, she finally moves her finger to the trigger. One sharp flick of the finger, the trigger clicks and Yahiko immediately jolts up, hands flying to his goggles. Ah! Somebody shot me! That should have been a fatal shot. Laser tag would be really short with fatal shots. Oh, be useful and shoot something. I obliquely poke my gun out of the hole and fire blindly. There you are! Now what I had in mind, not what I had in mind. You have in mind? Shut up and run! We race through the obstacles as shoots sound all around us. Finally we find an out-of-the-way corner where we pause to catch our breaths. Right, we must have a new plan. Such as? Yahiko is the only person on defense, and we pass no intermediaries on our way here. Paired with Masato's personality, it's highly likely that 3 people are on assault. So, Misaki will be overrun. They probably have the flag by now. Oddly enough, I can respect her at the moment. She seems to know what she's doing. Well, where does that leave us? We'll have to kill them on the way back. Akira... Come in! What's your status? Akira! Right, their cons must have been shot before they could alert us. We're on our own, Yama. So what's the plan? You take the red flag and spring back to our base as soon as possible. I'll hold them off while I can. But that's suicide. She draws her chin up and gestures to the entrance. Then it shall be a worthy sacrifice. Now go, and don't look back! Every passing second is a second wasted! The pulsing warble laser guns draw closer. I obliquely dive around the corner and scoop the flag into my arms as Elizabeth screams. Long live the resistance! Maybe she's taking this a little too seriously. Well, I guess it's up to me to get the flag to our base before Masato gets back to his. I sprint at full pace, winding through the simulated campus as I hear Elizabeth goading the other team into chasing her. With the flag in tow, I haphazardly make my way back to base. I've only got so much time before Elizabeth is shot. I'm hit. Looks like Masato actually left someone behind as a guard. I swing around just in time to see a small figure diving behind cover. Crap, my health was at 50%. At the very least, I'm still got a few jumps left. Admittedly, laser attack would be pretty boring if it allowed one-shot, one-kill system. My grip on the pistol tightens. I peer from my little refugee. I nap my aim so that if the guard emerges, I have a chance to take them down first. There are 2 of them. Can't react fast enough. Neither of those shots hit when the guard darted from cover to cover. 4 shots left, and it feels like I couldn't hit them even if my gun was full. I'm down to 25% of my health, maybe 20 meters away from capturing the flag. After all of Elizabeth's hard-earned work too. Screw it. I charge towards the back table, ignoring the danger behind me. Standing around like that is just going to get me killed. I dive behind the nearest piece of cover as I hear the enemy's laser pistol blare to life. It's down to the wire now. Final chance, right? I stand up blindly, firing my remaining shots at the figure that's just a few feet away. The figure drops their gun in defeat as the death icon pops up over them. I'm dead! With that, I replace her gun on a nearby bench and pulls out a peach to munch on without a second thought. Apparently getting killed doesn't mean much. That was somewhat anticlimactic, especially given how lucky I was to have shot her despite me firing haphazardly. Beggars can be choosers, huh? I promptly plant the red flag on our stand. It glows in response, and after a second of screaming clicks into place, a clear high tone brings the game to a close. Game over! Victory to blue! The hell? Please exit the room! But I got the flag! Please stop arguing with an artificial voice and exit the room! Masato's grumbling is prominent, but I notice dark shapes converging to the exit. Guess I'd better follow them. It takes a few minutes to adjust to the blinding sunlight. Still, everyone seems to be fairly happy. Everyone except Masato, of course. We're the rightful winners! Well, we would have been if someone didn't go on a wild goose chase instead of returning the flag. I was gone as soon as I caught up to the trash talker, I mean. Then you probably shouldn't complain. Amidst the commotion, I noticed that Elizabeth is strangely quiet. I was expecting her to gloat with her victory, maybe toss in a few snappies better than full comments here or there. But she's just standing by the map, a faraway look in her eyes as her lips are pulled into a smile. Well, it wouldn't be help. We had the best leader, you know. I bet Yama took charge. Oh no, we were led to victory beneath the banner of the wise Elizabeth Oshiro. She came up with all those fancy tactics and everything. To everyone's surprise, Elizabeth blushes slightly and lowers her head. Really? Good job. Thank you. Somehow those simple words feel like more than a compliment. Yeah, let's keep going. I'll get my revenge. Oh, I'm counting on it. Thankfully the conflict feels teasing rather than biting. I return to the map with a smile to pick out the next destination. Oh, come on! Really? Okay, let's do it. Oh, and you've seen. See? No, over here. It's recording. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Because it's set up to not record that element in the game. Ferris wheel, tech showcase, extreme carousel, boat fight arena, tower drop, tech sandbox. Alright, let's go with Ferris wheel. Why not? There's Ferris wheel to our right, basic but huge, looming over the rest of the park. Hate! Anyone? Hate is my middle name! No, it isn't. Either way, a Ferris wheel might be our best choice. It might calm some of us who are a little overexcited. She sends a significant glance at Akira, who is currently sprinting to and fro, wildly flapping her arms and snorting. I'm a dragon! I'm breathing fire! I'm flying! I'm a dragon! Maybe there has been too much excitement for the day. Everyone seems to look forward to taking a breather. Right, Ferris wheel it is. Rui clicks and grows at Akira, who clicks and grows back. Then thankfully we head to the Ferris wheel without any more anomalies. The cars are small. Since the Ferris wheel is meant to fit as many of them as possible, they are only meant to fit 2 people. Guess we're paired off? Rui colors slightly at this. Everyone seems to notice. I pretend not to. I guess we are, huh? Hey, you and Cop should share a car. What makes you say that? Well, you're a pair, why else? Akira! Well, Rui, if you make it such a big deal. Anyway, I'm going with Masato. She shoots a very significant look at the rest of the group. Oh, of course. Misaki, shall we? I believe we shall. Then I'm with her. Her name's Irie, no? But I'd rather go with... Hey. Irie it is. What do they think, I'm blind? Well, that's settled. It looks like you have no choice but to ride in a car together. The others pranced into their respective cars, leaving Rui and me in silence. That was quite possibly the most unsubtle way to get us together. I guess we should board. Yeah. Next time we see Akira, we're going to have a little chat. Rui and I slipped into the next car, a cozy blue box with blue cushioned seats and blue doors and blue ceilings, lit with white trim and white wood and white light, and I'm pretty sure if you can sit in front of each other, there would actually be possible to fit there more people than 2. But I don't mind. Let's go how it is. Rui eases comfortably into her seat, turning her head until she's staring out the window. After the attendant closes our door, the Ferris wheel begins to steadily chug upwards. Yama? The serious outline of her voice catches me off guard. I find myself curling my fingers into the cushion beneath me. What is it? Hey, I'm really glad I met you. My heart throbs unexpectedly against my ribcage. Nervousness. Shock. I immediately move to distance myself from the alien emotion. I know, who else would be a willing victim of your verbal abuse? Not that, you know. I feel like you don't hear it very often. I'm glad you're here, Yama. I'm glad I know you. I hadn't known that it was possible to simulate to feel intensely cold and intensely hot. Something about her words is very discomforting, even while I feel warmth creeping into my limbs. I guess that if I wasn't here, I couldn't be glad, so by default, I'm glad I'm here too. Stupid, Swati, what am I even saying? Why do you always do that? Do what? Deflect attention off yourself. Because I'm not worth paying attention to. Because why would someone as bright and adorable and winning as Rui care for me after all these years? Why is she the one who's glad we're friends when I'm the one who should be saying that 10, 50, 100 times over? I haven't done anything for her. Complained, whined, criticized, complained some more. Who did really want that kind of friend? I have fun when you're around. I like our bickering. I like watching your stupid competitions with Masato. Just be yourself, okay? I should honestly admit to myself that I'm touched, but I'm far too awkward for that. Well, I can't exactly be anyone else. Gosh, you really love to kill the mood, don't you? It's better than killing other things. Oh yeah, you kill other things too. Such as? Brain cells. It's so unexpected that it makes me laugh. The atmosphere instantly relaxes at the sudden ejection of snark. We fall into silence after the breeze of humor. Rui resumes staring out of the car window. I glance around, searching for another topic. Scenery, boring, weather, worse, love life, bad idea. I idly brush my hand against the window frame. It seems to breathe beneath my fingertips. Say, that's an idea. I reach my arms until they're touching at either side of the car. Rui turns to me, questions waving on her brow. What are you doing? Earthquake! My voice slips out unusually high and childish as I shove my body to and fro. Our car immediately begins to swing, creaking metallically beneath my weight. Rui pales and clings to her cushion. Stop that! Stop what? You know, if you shake it too much, will I fall? Fall! Like this? I fang crashing to the side, slamming to the car wall with more force than I probably should. Rui squeaks, instinctively reaching for me. Don't do that! It's dangerous! What's dangerous? This? I strain and pretend to fall again, but Rui snatches my wrist and pulls me towards her. My momentum collapses against her. I am barely able to catch myself against her seat. For a long moment, we stay in silence. I am looming over Rui, one hand curled on the seat by her hand, the other instinctively clapped around her shoulder. Her face is unnaturally close. At this distance, I can feel her breath, short and warm, brushing against my cheek. Her eyes, amber, also warm. Her hair, the color of light fire, silky, warm. Everything about her, warmth, comfort, love. Yama? Sorry. I finally come to my senses and plop back into my seat, staring very resolutely out of the window. Wait, what the heck was I just doing? Rui, Haida, the girl who's in love with you. Get a grip on yourself. And now the silence is suffocating. So, we immediately pause, the eyes cutting between the window and each other. You first. No, it's okay. I don't have anything important to say. Me neither. Silence again. Do you? We stop again. Awkward. So awkward. What were you gonna say? Just, do you like trees? I feel the sudden impulse to bash my head in the window until it shatters. Trees? Really? Sure, they're like normal trees, I guess. Yeah, they are. We drift back into silence. I have something to say. Is she going to say what I think she's going to say? No. I have a better idea. You didn't even know what I was gonna say. Still, it's a better idea. Well, okay. She seems genuinely annoyed, which catches me off guard. Shouldn't she be relieved that she won't have anything to say, anything embarrassing? So, what's this better idea? In hindsight, I really should have thought of something before claiming, so not that I had the luxury anyway. Oh, Yama. Well, I was gonna say that a simple kind of crazy idea leaps into my head and I go for it. Shh! What now? I immediately drop to the floor in an athletic crouch, pretending to search for something. Rui's face transforms as she curiously surveys my action. After a few seconds of pausing, I pretend to yank something out from beneath the seat. Backed. What? Why? Shh! Agent Hayata, don't make another move. I slowly peer out of the window, silently praising myself for the diversion. Looks like Rui's forgotten about what she was gonna say. But just for good measure, I throw myself to the floor with a yell. Rui instinctively follows. They've got RPGs! Houston, we have a problem! I start shaking the box again as Rui imitates an explosion, tossing herself around. Oh, direct hit, Commander! Shields at 23%! I'm a bit busy! I mean fighting some sort of alien and pretend to kick it out of the car. They have borders! Looks like we're done for, Lieutenant. The only thing left to do. A silence falls between us as we understand the gravity of the situation. Kamikaze! Let's give them one hell of a show! You got it, Commander! With renewed enthusiasm, she whips about, slamming her hands against the cushion. The car shakes with enemy fire, but she retains her focus. Stay on target! Stay on target! The car scratches with speed as she hones in at the mothership right as the weak point. Stay on target! Mister, it's time for you to disembark! We're abruptly yanked back in reality. Rui is leaning over the cushions, mashing her hands against imaginary controls while I'm by the window, fighting off non-existent borders. The flash of embarrassment that creeps up my neck is mimicked on Rui's end. Sorry, really sorry. we creep out of the car, feeling the attendant's eyes wave heavily on our backs. I probably shouldn't have done that. You know, you do a lot of things that you probably shouldn't do. Yeah. There's a pun in there somewhere, but I can't find it. We could ask Akira, she's the queen of puns. We grin at each other, like the pair of fools we are. We should meet up with the group. Yeah. Rui's gaze fits between me and the ground. Yama? Huh? It happens in one fleet motion. She steps forward, gently pinches the edge of my sleeve, between her fingers, tiptoes up and softly, hastily places her lips against my cheek. Then, almost before I can register it, she retracts, cheeks flushing. Thank you. She turns and darts off to the rest of the group. For a moment, I can only stand there, mind completely blank, hand against my cheek. Why? Why would she do something like that? Why? Hey Cap! If you're done standing around like a goof, we're ready! I force myself out of my stupor and aim over the rest of the group, plastering a fake smile on my face. This first. Think later. Where should we go next? Oh, come on! It's not the end! Oh my god, do we have to go through all of these? Attractions? Okay, but that's actually good because the game will be longer. Tech Sandbox, Tower Drop, both fight are in Extreme Carousel Tech Showcase. Alright. I don't know. Any ideas, guys? What should we choose? Because the first one wasn't really the choice that would take us where I would love to. Probably, I think it would lead to Elizabeth somehow. But okay, Tech Showcase. That would be something for our other childhood friends. Extreme Carousel, Boss Fight Arena, Tower Drop, and Tech Sandbox. Let's go with Extreme Carousel, why not? Oh god, do you see that? I look to where she's rapidly waving her arm and find myself staring at a little carousel. Yeah, it's a bit underwhelming. No, behind it! Behind it. I look upward. Behind the kid-friendly circles of ponies, a much larger, much taller carousel with its seats rising into the air as it spins, and the seats are dragons. We can fly to the 7 seas and beyond, Cap. Who wouldn't want to do that? Probably someone afraid of heights, which no one in the group seems to be. Well, what are your guys' thoughts? Sounds great. You're exempt. You agree to everything Akira says. I so do not. I say we go for it. Trying new things is always a great idea. Does look like all that excites me, but I got worse. I get to have a dragon for a minion. I look to Harry and Elizabeth, but they only shrug. Great, time to run in the spinning well of death. It's got to be safer than a roller coaster, right? We trot briskly, a little too briskly for my taste, to the line where Akira points excitedly at the carousel. Hey, Rui, do you see what I see? I look to where she's pointing, a couple seat of course. I don't know what you're saying. What? You and Cap should ride together, of course. Why would I want to ride with Yama? He's so fat. Excuse me? I'm sure she just meant to say that you're a big boned, Cap. That's definitely not what should surprise me. I also don't see anything of Yama's that can be called fat. So unfair, he doesn't even exercise. I do, on occasion. Yeah, when all the planets align and the blue moon rises. He was fit as ball when he was in track. You could be a real hotshot if you join track again, Cap. And why would I do that? Good. Aim with firearms is important. She didn't mean that kind of hotshot, Irene. Then what did she mean? The attendant chooses that moment to raise her barrier. Rui snaps to attention with a grin that's a little too shiny. Oh boy, whoa, guess it's time to go. We sure don't want to hold out the line. I really feel like stretching my legs, like elephant leg room, solo pot for me. Before anyone else in the group can blink, she immediately leaps into one-person dragon seat and straps herself in. Behind her, floods of people push past us, struggling to secure the best spots.
Clearly Rui hasn't watched enough dramas to know what happens when you defy fate.
What happens?
I have no clue. I haven't watched enough dramas either. You die, murdered, in cold blood.
Right.
You know, you and Rui are like really bad depth perception. You look at really close, but you're actually not.
This might be a novel concept, but Rui and I are independent people. Sometimes we like to do things on our own.
But why do something on your own when you can do it together?
That sounds really unhealthy. Just because you can do something together doesn't mean you should.
You strike me as the kind of person who doesn't like to ask for help, Cop.
It's really random.
Not really. See, there's the kind of people who would say, just because you can do something alone doesn't mean you should.
That means they can't do anything on their own.
Oh, I don't think it's that. What's the point of life if you never affect other people?
This conversation is taking an interesting turn. I lean in despite myself. What do you mean by that?
Well, if you live as a hermit in the Alps and you don't do a single thing, then the world would be the exact same whether you live or die. So shouldn't you always be looking to affect other people?
Interesting. The crazy Akira has thoughts like this. You can end up having a negative impact, so no, not really. Think about the difference of impact between Stalin versus, I don't know, some random citizen who buys a homeless guy some coffee.
But either way, Cap, that random citizen was still affecting humanity. Doing everything alone seems lonely.
I pause at that moment. Yeah, it really does.
Hey, you two might want to hurry up before all the seats are taken.
We're on it, Highness. But when I look up, I notice that all of the solo spaces are occupied, leaving only couple vehicles. Well, this should be pretty simple. Akira and I can ride together, negating the risk of putting up with some idiot stranger. Akira, which one do you want?
We're boarding together!
What, you'd rather be with a stranger?
I always enjoy the opportunity to make someone's day a little more surreal.
Usually I believe her, but something about her seems unusually fidgety. Come on, I'm not putting up with some random kid who will barf all over me. I hook my arm around hers and pull her into the nearest two-seater. A nice golden dragon with overly long lashes to make it look distinctly feminine. She promptly sits down, face completely blank, and I strap the seatbelt over us. She doesn't say a single word, even when I'm done prepping the vehicle. What's wrong?
On the contrary, what's right?
Pardon?
Nothing.
She turns her head and stares resolutely out of the window so I can't see her face. I wait for her to start some random conversation, but she says nothing. Akira? No response. The attendant drops by her car and closes the door. She takes one look at Akira, one look at me, and raises an eyebrow. Girlfriend man? She seems to be saying. I try to shake my hands in universal. No, this is not my girlfriend, but she seems to take it as, I swear I didn't do anything wrong, and only shakes her head as she walks away. Did I make Akira mad? Mad, sorry. Akira, are you mad?
No.
Oh, okay. More silence. Another attendant's voice drones on as the beginning procedure of the ride. Still nothing from Akira. So, how's your life? No response. Akira might as well have turned into stone. The ride starts up in a cranky whirl and our vehicle begins to pick up speed, rising into the air. We ascend for a few moments, stopping at a nice intermediate point around 10 feet off the ground. Well, for her it might be kind of awkward because she tries to make you and her best friend basically a couple. And your best friend actually, I believe. Having fun? Still nothing. What's going on? Hey Akira! And we're off! What fine specimens of Draculus Rex gracing the ring! It's no secret that the crowd favorite is the famous Freddy, world champion for the past 120 seasons of the dragon races. Why, at this very moment we can see money exchanging hands, because in this fiction world, betting is totally not illegal. I have no clue where this is coming from, but somehow it's a relief. I'll take a weird Akira over a quiet Akira any day. Still, it doesn't take a genius to see that she's completely ignoring me. She won't even glance in my direction. So Akira. Come on Freddy, I didn't raise you to be a loser. with this race or I'm grounding you for a month? She leans forward and slams a firm hand on the neck of our dragon, which startles me. Our steed flies higher as if in response.
That's more like it. Show me that! My life savings spent on GPDA, certified grass-fed, gluten-free organic carrots will pay dividends.
Aren't carrots for horses?
Some dragons are vegetarian. Are you mocking their dietary sacrifices? I didn't peg you as much as dragon is person.
I what?
You see, I am the esteemed Sir Angle, trainer of dragons worldwide, and you are just insignificant little Sir Carway.
Why those names?
I'm Angle because I want to be an angel, but no matter how close I get, I can't. And you're Carway because whenever you have a care, you throw it away.
As this, Akira seems to renew her determination to ignore me, because she turns forward again, renewing the scolding of her erstwhile dragon.
Freddy, you must redeem yourself! There is rising newcomers on the scene, you know? Backwater talents like Rikov, Liftable and Hogan are taking their respective nations by storm. Don't tell me that your age is getting to you.
I mean, he's been around for at least 120 years, apparently. That's pretty old by my standards.
The end is inside. Go for the finish, Freddy!
But just as she stands up in her seat, only to be stopped by a belt, and waves one arm dramatically forward, the ride begins to slowly lower, pulling back in speed.
No!
But yes, our time on the ride has come to an end, judging from the deceleration, This seems to push Akira into frenzy.
I should have known! If you are what you eat, then Freddy just become a JPDA certified grass-fed gluten-free organic carrot. And no race can be won by JPDA certified grass-fed gluten-free organic carrot.
She still doesn't look at me even as she unbuckles the seatbelt and jumps out of the vehicle. I barely catch her arm as she leaves. Hey Akira, what's the big deal?
You let go of the arm, Cap.
She suddenly sounds very, very serious. I let go of her arm. You're avoiding me, aren't you?
Hey! Avoiding your face is very different from avoiding you, Cap.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that it's time to meet up with the others.
She bounds away before I can stop her. Great, guess I have to follow along. The rest of the group has reconvened by the mouth, some noticeably more thrilled than others.
How was it, Rui? Being in a pod? Pod by yourself?
Oh, not you too, Mickey. Akira, how was it for you? Well, I had fun. I sat in a boat with this dude who I convinced to check out Governor Measure.
Yeah, I'm sure it was good and all, but why don't we do something more exciting?
The clamor of the group is starting to get to me, so I focus on Masato's statement.
What do you suggest we try?
You pick something, man.
Thanks, delegation at its finest.
Right. Guess it's time to take another look at this map, and we will choose in the next episode. Well, feel free to drop something what you would choose, but unfortunately I will probably record later on, so basically to have the material prepared for upload. So even if you propose something that won't really have influence anything, but it will really be nice to see some comments and, well, to actually answer to them. So for now, hope you enjoyed this episode of Lucid9 and see you in the next one. Bye.